In the DFS cash bubble? Can't quite figure out how to take that leap toward profitable results? Most of us don't have the time needed to keep up on all the news and stats necessary to be a successful player at daily fantasy sports, or the patience to read complicated spreadsheets and charts needed to make informed decisions. That's why at Run Pure Sports, we've simplified the lineup building process to help you create competitive teams. Our content team consists of some of the biggest names in the DFS industry, including BigT, Hoop 2410, JSURab, AP, Draft Cheat, Mangone, and much more. Our contributors dominate the leaderboards in both tournament and cash game formats. These players provide you their top plays on a given slate in an easy-to-use format. In our core plays tool, our experts provide you with the players they'll be targeting the most on a given slate. These core plays give you the foundation you need to create competitive lineups. Our playbook is an easy-to-read guide to each slate, which will also help you make informed decisions. Our new cash game chart features the top plays on a given slate provided by our cash game pros Hoop 2410 and Mangone. We've got a page dedicated exclusively to DFS single game content. It's headed up by BigT, one of the top Showdown and MVP players in the world. Ask our experts and fellow premium members directly for lineup advice in our Discord channel, where our members have benefited by winning some of the biggest cash prizes across the DFS landscape. In our premium videos and articles, our experts lay out their favorite plays and strategies for a given slate designed to guide you towards profitability.
Sell me on Aaron Rodgers. You don't need to sell me on Aaron Rodgers because I trust your opinion, but come on, sell me.
So I think this year he's going to come in. He's going to selfishly try and throw as many touchdowns as possible. I think he's going to be a guy who, at the end of the year, we're talking about as an MVP candidate.
Plus, check out our tiers, stack charts, slate plan, projections, and much more to help you make your lineup building decisions. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at runpuresports.com to gain access at an affordable price. And for just a small added fee, you can also subscribe to our sports betting content on our bet site. Thanks for watching, and keep running pure. Hey, it's Holden. It's Run Pure Sports. Welcome to the final countdown. Usually it's me and JSU. Big T will hop on. Today we got Big T, who might be sloshed, might not be sloshed. JSU, who's miserable because his girlfriend's home. And I'm just hanging out with everybody. Hit the like button. I hope you have a wonderful time on the show. Again, hit the damn like button. That's all we care about. If you hit the like button, we'll get you the workbench play. Tony, you guys do the show for free all the time. Okay? So tell them what to do. You're familiar with this.
Yeah, I mean, the people they're good people. I'm a man of the people. We got the best tournament player on the world for free today, Mr. JSU. We got one of the best hosts. His intro sucked, though. I mean, we should have had JSU do the intro because his intro is way better than Holden. I mean, what was that, Holden? That was your intro? He just said, "This is Holden." Like, what was that?
Well, I got Simon yelling in my ear. He's going,
"The best host in the world," and then you
just it went right at you. Simon's going like this. He goes, "Workbench 21." What the hell is Workbench 21, Simon? What are you talking about?
Simon always does that too. Like, you'll be in the middle of a deep thought, and you'll be like, and all of a sudden his voice will just come in, and it's worse because no one can hear it but you. So you just hear it, and you don't know what to do.
I'm used to that, but it's the message. What am I supposed to do at Workbench 21, Simon? Do I just say it? Workbench 21! Oh, it's active again? I don't even know what you get for it, but thank you. I appreciate that. We got a crazy show today.
To look at your mug every day. I mean, to listen to you guys.
25% off your first payment when you go to Run Pure Sports. I'll go through all the tools. We only got 3 games tonight, so just chillax, everybody. We'll get to your questions in the YouTube chat. We'll do it in the YouTube chat, okay, subscribers. Big T, you came on, you immediately took some digs at JSU. Me too, but I heard it. JSU's feelings.
They weren't digs.
You said the best tournament player in the world. Now,
That's
did
a
I say
compliment. Is that not a
They're what they
compliment?
call backhanded compliments.
Is
like,
that not a
you know,
compliment?
Holden, come on. Like, you know what it is.
Let me
It's a
say
backhand
Let me say
compliment.
something. JSU's a pain in the ass to work with every day, but the fact of the matter is, you coming in here, little backhanded, just a little backhanded.
Finally, Holden is always on Big T's side. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
not today.
Holden,
I made
whenever
fun of his
Big
intro.
T
His
comes
intro
on
sucked,
here,
though.
Holden is always on Big T's side. Finally, he jumps on my side for once in the conversation.
Yeah,
Finally,
yeah.
I get one time where Holden jumps on my side.
Yeah,
Finally.
but it's not because of you. It was because Big T had to say something mean in the beginning. But yeah, because it's really not supporting you. But he did kind of take a dig. That really was a dig at you, the best tournament player in the world. Did I say that? And now he runs that at you. Where did this come from?
Is just what happened. I mean, that's the truth. Like, I mean, who has more 100K hits with like 3 entries a night than him?
JSU.
Like, no one does.
JSU.
Big
you,
T,
exactly.
who has more 300K hits, you or me?
I mean, like two. I mean, 2. Like, who cares? I'd rather have 1,300K hits.
Well, all right, we're not doing math here, semantics, but
All right.
yes, I mean, we would love to have what's that, like 1.4 as opposed to whatever it is, but yeah, it's
You
in the
guys
end
can
too.
pretend all you want.
Doesn't matter.
I was just saying facts. The best tournament player and Holden's intro sucked. They were both facts.
But just so the people know, then Big T will call me and he'll be like, "I'm gonna get your friggin' ass. Like, you're going down tonight." Like, it's just like.
I mean, the best player doesn't always win. I mean, it's the truth. The best player doesn't always win, and I'm going to prove it again tonight. I'm going to kick his ass. Like,
I will say too, it's been a couple slates in a row where I've seen Big T's name and the JSU right below him.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Usually I feel good when, Big T's right up there with me, but like I'm right above him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Hey,
a couple
chat.
of slates.
Slide in tonight. JSU plus 120 on the money line, chat. I'm going to throw plus 120 on the money line. Slide into the chat if you're taking it, okay? I mean, come on. That's dog money, Tony.
I mean, that's a bad line.
What do you mean it's a bad line?
Plus
You're
120.
bragging about kicking his ass tonight. I'm giving him a, no? Okay. All right. What are you drinking? Is that boxed wine?
That's a disrespectful
Box
wine.
wine? Now he's
Just to
saying
say.
I'm drinking box wine. Come on, Holden.
Tell him what you're drinking, Tony. What are you drinking?
JSU shipped me 15 bottles of wine, and I'm drinking one of them.
Did you really?
That's right.
Why?
JSU sent them a real man's wine called Fit Vine wine. My best friend owns it, and it's some good stuff, right, Tony? Not bad stuff, right?
Excellent stuff. It's going down
There you
smooth.
go.
When
What
I
men
think
drink,
of
Fit Vine.
when I think of the great wines of the world, I definitely think of Massachusetts first. No doubt about it. What did you send him a case of that for?
Because he
What do you
likes
mean,
me.
what
What do
did
you
it
mean?
I mean, was there a bet?
No, like he's my boy. My friend
Okay.
owns the company. I was like, Big T drinks a bunch of wine. I'm like, dude, I'll send you. See if you like this wine. So I just send him a bunch of different bottles, and him and his wife could sample it out, see what they like. Big T's going to be a customer for life now, just because I sent him a free few bottles of wine. Like, done.
Boom. So you didn't have to pay a cent for it. That's amazing. So he
I did
sent
not.
you free wine. That is terrific. So here's the deal. Like the video. Where are we right now? Hoop always has the algorithm. We're at 500 watching and 157 likes. Are we
We've
giving
been
anything
getting
away
over
today?
400 every day, too. So, like, 400, we got to at least get to 400. I know the show's a little later, smaller slate. That doesn't matter. We still got to get 400. We've been getting 400.
Are we giving anything away?
We always
I'll
give
t-
stuff away.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you
What do
right
we got
now.
today?
I'll tell you right now, though, before you say that, Drew says Big T versus JSU, loser has to eat the chip. No, thank you. Yeah, that would have to be
Yeah,
something.
don't do it.
Yeah. No,
Like,
we're
what do
not
we get
doing
if we
that.
win? Like, all we get is the other person eats the chip. Like, there's got to be something for the other end.
You'd have to be guaranteeing me big money or something like that, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if JSU ships the 100K tonight, then maybe I'll eat the chip. Like, that's a more realistic goal.
That's a different bet. Yeah, that's a different.
I guarantee I won't be puking like Holden did either. Like, that was a pathetic effort he did that night. Everybody was like, "Oh, Holden, you crushed it." He was putting ice cream on his tongue and whatever else you were doing.
You being the guy thinks.
Tony, what would you do? Because
I would get a glass of wine and just go like this.
Shit your pants immediately.
I would just go like this.
You would drink wine? No, you wouldn't.
Just like this.
Wouldn't.
Your tongue would be on fire and you're going to drink wine?
Just like that.
You're crazy. Yeah, okay.
So anyways, thanks for stopping by, guys. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed all the content that we gave you here on Run Pure Sports. It's the free show. This is what we give you. We give you nothing, and you like it. So listen, in all seriousness, Big T's still on this heater here. He's had he had a 100K hit. He had a 300K hit. JSU's hit for six figures multiple times. And it's not just them. Like, a lot of our subs are just crushing. I mean, it's as simple as that. 3 times this season, you guys have hit for really big money. And then we got 50K hits. And
last night we almost had a winner. Talk about the dude last night.
What happened last night?
He was in first. Yeah. He was in first all night. At the very end, he got passed and got second for 40K off the $3 tournament on FanDuel.
He got Rudy Gobert, right? That's what happened.
The guy had Gobert and Clarkson, and they just went nuts in that stretch. But the team was incredible, crushed.
What I want to know is why the heck were they in the game at that point?
Well, the only good part is they passed him before, and then no more damage. Man, when they came back in that game, I was like, how in the world are these dudes coming back? Luckily, he was already passed at that point, but man.
All right.
Yeah, that was definitely a rough beat there.
All right. 555 watching, 216. We got to get to 400, and we're going to give some stuff away.
Yeah, I mean, we've been at 400 every day this week, so just because the show's later, we can't be getting less.
All right.
Hey,
that's
Tony,
fine.
Nicholas said the secret might be JSU's wine that he sent you. I'm not going to lie. I sent you that wine, I think, before the heater started. So it possibly could be, guys. I'm just saying.
It is the truth. I mean, it did come, and it's a good point. I mean, I'm not going to lie. People might want to scoop some of that wine.
I got to text my buddy. If he starts getting an increase in sales tonight and tomorrow, I better get a little piece of that.
Hey, you can get a free subscription to Run Pure Sports. How about that? It'll be wonderful. You can actually use our tools. Yeah, no problem. So
can you read the Raptors lineup for the people?
Is that what we need to do? Is it basketball time yet? You ready?
I mean, yeah, it's not a bad idea to read out a lineup that came in like 5 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, you were talking about your goddamn boxed wine. That's not my fault. You decided to talk about boxed wine that your friend sells. So anyways, do you want the Raptors lineup? We got Van Vliet, Powell, Bembry, OG Anunoby, and Siakam. So no Lowry tonight. And I'm just looking at your core, JSU, and it looks like the Raptors open things up for you.
Yeah, the Raptors. I mean, that's the way I want to go. All these guys are going to play monster minutes with no Lowry. The only guy, so DeAndre Bembry has been getting a decent amount of minutes. 18, 22, 23, 24, his last 4 games. So they've been giving him some run, and he's not a bad player either. The one thing I will say is last time this spot happened where a starter was out for the Raptors and we got like Terrence Davis starting or stuff like that, the starter only saw like 19 or 20 minutes, and there was like a different bench guy in at the end. I think Watu, I can't say his name correctly, but
Watanabe?
He was in. Yeah, Watanabe. He was in at the end on that game or got a decent amount of run, close to what the starter got. I think it's one of those situations where whoever's pretty much playing the best, the coach will just go off feel, and it's not like for sure that a guy's like the play-in guy, Bembry, is going to get like 30 minutes like Lowry did. I don't think that's like for sure going to happen. But he's still going to see like for sure 20 minutes, and he's really cheap. I mean, 3.2K on DraftKings. I think he's 3,600 on FanDuel. So he's definitely in play as a good value play. But don't take out any of those other Raptor guys. I talked about that Watu He's in play. He's available to play here. Those other bench guys, I don't know about Terrence Davis. They didn't give him that much run, even when Lowry was out for maybe half of that game or a little under half that game. But he'll probably get, 14, 15 minutes here, maybe if he's playing well a little bit more. So the value on the Raptors isn't bad.
I mean, your core is right there. I mean, I'm looking at it here. So,
well, my core is the stud Raptors because all those guys are going to play monster minutes. I mean, Norman Powell, they're going to need his shooting out there with no Lowry. Siakam, without Lowry, they're going to need him to play make even more than what he already does. Fred VanVleet, he's obviously probably the best player they have, scorer anyways, just straight scorer. And I talk about it all the time. I said it before their last game, Milwaukee. They just force teams into shooting 3-point field goals. The way they defend, they guard the rim really well, and they force teams into 3-pointers. I think that game, Fred VanVleet had 12 3-point attempts, made 5 of them. I told people on the betting show we did earlier in the day to take the over on 3-point makes. I think it was 3.5 there. He had 5. Just because I knew the volume was going to be there. I knew they were going to end up giving up 3-point shots to all these Raptor guys, and that's what happened. I just see this as a spot where he's going to chuck again. So is Norman Powell. Both these guys are going to chuck a ton of 3-pointers.
Now, listen, so you can use that core on DraftKings, though. How are you getting Harden, Kyrie, and Giannis in there? And are you playing those guys from Brooklyn?
Well, here's the problem is if you play my core, it's going to be tough to get all of those guys in my core, obviously. I mean, you could probably find a way to get one of those guys in there. You could probably find a way. Kyrie's 8-9. I think you could find a way to get Kyrie in the core if you took multiple value guys, cheap value guys, which, we can talk about later. But I don't know. I just see the Raptors in this Bucks game. I see this game as another, high scoring affair. If the Raptors keep it close, it's just tough to see these studs or these the real starters from the Raptors failing if they're going to get 35 plus minutes.
Hey, Big T. Gosh, I probably shouldn't ask this, but I'm going to. What do you think of JSU's score right now?
I wasn't listening to anything you guys were saying, just to be honest, but
terrific.
See, chat, did you see that? That's exactly what I'm talking about there.
This is the guy running the show.
Yeah, that's Big T. No, he says, I listen to JSU. I always listen to JSU.
He doesn't.
He let it out. That was by accident.
I always tell the truth. I was working on my college at first when you were talking because it locked at 7. And now I'm putting my core up for the people. And so I was focused on other things for the people. I knew JSU was in good hands, leaving our customers in good hands. I was working on other things while he was talking. Let me look at his core real quick.
Hey, real quick. And how about this?
I love all those dudes.
We're at 638 watching. We're at 242 likes. You're not getting the workbench. But you're not getting the workbench play unless we get the 400.
I mean, we're also get some gear. 400.
You think we're going to cruise into it? I hope so.
Cruise into 400.
We're going to
take care of us.
All right. Well, guess what? You'll get the workbench. You'll get
I have a question. I want to talk about FanDuel real quick because with my core on FanDuel, I think Pascal Siakam is going to end up just being under-owned than he should be because of the pricing and the people around him and below him in that spot. You got Chris Middleton, who is going to be one of the most popular plays on FanDuel just from a price standpoint, 7.3K. And I'm not saying Chris Middleton's a bad play, but I just think he's going to be ultra popular. And if you start your build and you take Siakam over Middleton with Norman Powell, you're going to be ultra different right there. And then on top of it, LeBron James, who, on FanDuel, it's a little different because on FanDuel, I think Giannis is almost a priority for me just from a position. I think, small forward, there's better options, whereas at power forward, there's not that many great options. And I think getting those Giannis points plugged in at the power forward spot is really important on FanDuel. But LeBron James is in a really good spot here. This is like one of the best LeBron James spots. The game's on TNT, so it's going to be nationally televised. No Anthony Davis going up against Kyrie and Harden and Brooklyn, who don't play any defense anyways. And LeBron James, he takes advantage of those matchups with bad defenses. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants. So that's another thing. And then you got a guy like Jimmy Butler, like another really good spend up. Sacramento, they don't play very good defense either. Jimmy Butler is another really good play. So small forward is loaded, and I just think it's kind of space out ownership, and I don't think anyone's going to play Siakam. I think Siakam's going to end up being lower owned than he should be with a star out. Normally when a star is out from a team, all the guys that start get monster bumps. I think on DraftKings, the ownership might reflect that. On FanDuel, though, I don't know if the ownership will reflect it.
That's fascinating. It really is. What do you think of Chris Bobby Boucher?
I like Chris Boucher. The way Milwaukee plays, they don't have like a traditional big. And what I mean by that is, Brook Lopez he's a big guy. He's, 6'11", 7 feet, monster, but he plays more outside, because he is a threat from deep. He's not one of those guys that is just sitting on the block constantly trying to post people up and dominating the boards. That's not how he plays. So it's not really a traditional big where I think Chris Boucher kind of matches up well for this team. And then they play Bobby Portis a good amount, and he's kind of when him and Giannis are on the floor together, him or Giannis is the 5, but he's not like a really big 5. He's more of a power forward who will play center at times. So I think Boucher sets up well for this matchup, on top of the fact that Boucher is a decent 3-point shooter. And like I said, the way Milwaukee defends, it's going to give up those threes.
What happened to JSU? What happened to Bielisa the other night?
So what happened was Whiteside was playing really well, and they didn't really want to play Whiteside and Bagley together. From what I watched in the game, Whiteside and Bagley, pretty much they always came in and out for each other. They did not play together. And the minutes obviously reflect that. And Whiteside ended up just outperforming Bagley. So he got in earlier in the third quarter and saw more run at the end because he was playing so well. And so it kind of left Bielitsa out, in the second half. So Bielitsa is one of those guys where I'd be really cautious with them, because you look at it and you'll say Holmes out, now Barnes is out. It depends on who they tie those minutes to. Do they want Bielitsa on the floor with one of Bagley or Whiteside? Maybe they do, which maybe they start Bielitsa. I don't know. But if they start like Daquan Jeffries or Glenn Robinson, I think that is honestly worse for Bielitsa.
Worse for Bielitsa. Okay. Guys, you know what? We'll start taking some questions in a minute. Hit the damn like button, please. It's a good time now to tell you about Manscaped if you haven't already heard of it. Big T loves the ball toner. JSU uses it on his head, and you can use it other places too, guys. It's not just, the jubblies. There's plenty. What are you laughing about, JSU? Looks like you got a nice haircut.
On my head.
Did you use your Manscaped to give yourself a haircut too? It looks terrific. So you can also use Manscaped on this head, that head, any head you want to, any hair. It trims it right down. It's wonderful. If Big T was listening, I'd throw it to him right now, JSU, but anything you'd like to chime in on here? Do you want to shave your goatee?
Right here.
There he is. Let's see his.
Get the light.
Yeah, there we go.
Who doesn't like this? Who doesn't love getting
they
a nice
sent you the full works, huh? They gave
nice.
You the full
You got it coming too. I got one right back there for you. Look at the boxes. I got to ship them out for you.
What a guy.
Big T, you probably weren't going to send me one anyways, but keep it. I got my Manscaped. It's all trimmed up.
Is it 3.0 though?
It's 4.0, dude.
4.0.
Don't mess around with 3.0.
Wow.
Give me a break.
Oh.
There is no 4.0. I know that.
Say.
But anyways, use the code RUNPURE.
I know that.
When you go to Manscaped, use the code RUNPURE20. You get 20% off and free shipping. 20% off and free shipping. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And while we're doing this, since it's a free show today and you got the cores up right now, just some other things. And maybe you guys, if you want to, here's my favorite tool. And this is what I use first. And usually I think it's AP, who just had a massive hit too. JSU, I love the playbook. It just gives you everything you need right here, studs, mids, values. But the big part is the game-by-game breakdown. Like every single player, boom, right here, little line. You got your cost right there. You have a nice little summation as to why you should play these guys. I love this tool, JSU. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, and AP kind of heads it up, but Big T will do it a couple.
Look how
days
beautiful that thing is today. Who did that today? Yeah. Look how good that thing looks today.
It's AP. It's AP.
No, it isn't AP. It's me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's only 3 games. There's no way this guy's doing more than a 3-game slate. Come on, 10-game slate.
Big T gets him on the light slates too. It's funny how Big T gets him on the light slates.
Stop.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Pete, you got to change his days up on the playbook. You got to change it up, buddy.
Stop.
Oh, God. I can't
anyways,
believe that's you. It looks so good. I really
does.
thought it was AP.
It's good.
Yeah, it looks good. Of course it looks good.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I like the playbook.
10 likes just for that, just for showing Big T's masterpiece of a playbook. I mean, the like button should be going off right now.
We're only at 290.
20 new likes just for that.
Yeah. I don't think they're getting the workbench. I think you guys are. I don't
they
think
don't
they're
need
getting
the workbench when I'm going to give them the whole core.
Never mind. Now there's no incentive. I get the 400. You'll get some free stuff. But this is the other thing.
If we could white out your core so only the people on our website could see it, and somehow on the screen it was white out, and then people would start hitting the like button.
That would be it. Yeah. So anyways, we'll get some swag then after we hit 400, but we got our cores up right now. You got AP's core. This is what we do every single day. You go tell me another site where they're giving you their 5, sometimes 6 best plays out there. There isn't another. This is the number one lineup that these guys use on a night-to-night basis. And the number one core, I should say. You're getting this from the best GPP player in the world, JSU, and from the second best, Big T. So, it's
like the 12th best.
JSU's 12th best? 12th best. I don't know. I don't know about that.
You have 11 people ahead of you?
Yeah, K.
That's
Falix.
the weakest thing I've ever heard.
Right there. K. Falix ahead of me. K. Falix way better.
I'm not saying K. Falix ahead of you. I'm saying you just admitted live that you have 11 people ahead of you.
Yeah.
No, stop it. Not Big T. That's not normal Big T. You might need to swig back some more of that wine, buddy. We might need to pour you a full new glass.
I'm about to go get a refill before I finish the course.
Go get a refill, and by the time
I just finished my DK core though.
When he gets his wine, I want 25 likes from the time he gets his leaves to the time he comes back.
Can I go get it right now? I'll go get it.
Go get it. Let's go. Come on, 25 likes between right now and the time that Big T comes back. I don't like saying no, I don't know. We're at 304, so we just got 9.
That should be easy.
All right, 304 is 9, 305 is 10. We need to get to 320 by the time Big T is back. So just hit it.
Are you really trying to do math for 20 likes?
Yeah, it's very tough for me. What do you think? What do you think I went to broadcasting? I can't do any of that.
Hey,
Big T's not hammered.
Uncle T's in the house. Uncle T's in the YouTube chat.
I'm glad he's here. Uncle T and I do a podcast with G Risen and now Rubio Dimes, and Uncle T is not feeling very good right now. Uncle T, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. I miss you, and I'll talk to you next week. You're not going to get any tough love from me. I'll say that. Oh, we did it. Oh, we blew through it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Congratulations. You guys are awesome. We're almost there to 400. He has there just sat down. Yeah. Oh, just blew through it. This is awesome. You know what? You guys want to actually start asking questions in the chat? That's what we normally do. We're about 19 minutes from lock. We'll be more than happy to do that. Let's get going here. Whether you're a sub or you're not a sub.
Talk about DK first before you get into the question. So
is your okay
between me and I said I like JSU's core. I got a similar rocking jean shorts. No, I wasn't rocking jean shorts. Colino's dad. Stop distracting me. I never wear jorts. Are you kidding me? I am not a jorts guy. Colino's dad. But back to it. Man, Montrezl Harrell, I want to play him tonight with JSU. But God, the 18 minutes terrifies me. Why does the dude only get 18 minutes last game?
So that game I rewatched that game earlier today, and they pretty much almost matched for whatever reason. Don't ask me why, but Marc Gasol's minutes with Cat. There was only like a 3-minute difference, honestly, or 4-minute difference, where they pretty much put Cat in, and within a minute to two in both halves, Trez came out for Gasol. And before with AD, when AD was in there, they had no problem with playing AD with Harrell in the same lineup, together. I don't think they never really played Harrell and Gasol ever. So I don't think they want to do that. So pretty much they're fighting for center minutes. And against Brooklyn, though, I don't see why they would need Gasol in over Montrezl Harrell. Like, it makes no sense. This matchup screams Montrezl Harrell to me. They don't need a big like Gasol in there. I mean, what's going to happen is Harden and Kyrie are going to try and get switched onto him every single time down the floor. Like, they're going to create mismatches, or be able to get to the hole. Like, I expect Trez to come in early, and I expect him to play a good amount, because at least he can defend the rim well. He's much more athletic and mobile as a big, so totally different than Gasol. This game screams Trez plays more than Gasol here.
All right, Bucks lineups out. No surprise. Forbes, DiVincenzo, Middleton, Giannis, and Lopez. So we knew what was going on there. Let's get to some questions, guys. All they want to do is want to talk about jorts. So Matthew Westlake, 2v2, LeBron and Joseph or Fox and Harrell? What do you think, JSU? LeBron, Joseph, Fox, Harrell.
The LeBron and Joseph is going to be more popular just because I think Joseph's going to be one of the more popular value plays because he started last game, played 30 minutes. He also played in the blowout scenario. So not only did he play meaningful minutes, but he also stayed in the game when they were getting blown out. So the dude is kind of blowout proof from what it seems either way, and he's cheap. So I think that comes down to ownership because if you want to play the ownership game, well, De'Aaron Fox and Trez together is going to be much lower owned than LeBron and Corey Joseph. So I take a shot with the ownership game and go that way.
All right, guys. Likes, we're at 336. We need to get it to at least 400. I know they're like, we don't care. We just want Big T's core. Well, you know what? Hit the like button and be patient, brosif. Also, sign up when you get a chance. Then you can have Big T's core every single day. Every day. Workbench 21. Get 25% off your first month. It's pretty simple,
KB, you don't know what Whiteside smash percentage is? Come on, man. You should know that by now.
I love
smash
my man.
Percentage.
My man that always talks about the smash percentage. I need to get that guy some gear. I like that dude.
Yeah, is it KB in the chat? Is that him?
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
There's only one dude that always talks about it. It's got to be him.
All right, we got
Struss Flyer. Why would you play Struss tonight, DC?
Is that draft sheet? No, he's not playing Strauss.
He can play Struss. Although I will say these 3-game slates are where you can get a little creative and try to maybe hit somebody like that. I don't think he's
you want to play for Miami. Play Precious. Play Achua. He's gotten minutes the last 2 games. They're on a back-to-back. Maybe they give him a few more. But he's actually been getting minutes, and he's looked pretty good when he's out there. And he's 3K, so he's really cheap. He's been getting a few minutes. Precious Achua is his name, I'm pretty sure.
So I got distracted earlier. I asked you about Bielisa. I think Bielisa matches up great tonight, and I love that he laid a stinker the other night because maybe people will be scared of him. I think he'll still be owned because it's a 3-game slate, but man, I think he's in a really good matchup against Miami. I think they can run a ton of him and Whiteside together because Miami has a bunch of like unathletic, goofy dudes that he can guard. And I think Bielisa is one of the better plays of the night.
Ooh,
yeah.
I think I just heard something right there. Little Bielitsa.
So one thing with Miami, and we got to remember this, like Hero comes off the bench, but they play a lot of, like last night, they finished out the game with Nunn, Robinson, Hero, Butler, and Bam. So they finish out pretty small. Olynyk was the one that got less minutes, who was the one who started, obviously, but he was the one who Hero was in for a lot of that game. So Kelly got less minutes. So Sacramento's another team where they like to play small too. So these teams kind of match up similarly from that perspective because they've got Halliburton, Fox, Corey Joseph, who they've started for Halliburton before. So they want to play small a lot of the game with those three guys in there. And you would assume if Miami finishes out the game with that same lineup, then Sacramento probably counters with those three guards and Buddy, which leaves one other spot. I'm just talking from finishing the game. If Miami were to finish with the same lineup they finished with last night. But I do agree with you that it's going to be one of Bielitsa or probably Robinson, I would say. He's probably the one. I don't think they start Jeffries, who they tried to a couple games ago. That didn't work out. I think it would be Glenn Robinson, or maybe it's Bielitsa, Tony. I don't know. Do you think he has a chance to start?
I mean, I don't care if he starts, honestly. Like, I think Kelly O and him could both get a big boost. And this is like where 3-game game theory can kind of go together, and you can maybe run them with each other. And they can guard each other. They can score on each other. Neither one of them should be like crazy high owned. I don't know. They fit my build.
If that's the case, then you like Bielitsa, you should think he starts because they start Kelly out.
I like the builds a lot with just because I'm finishing up my course on FanDuel right now. I like the builds a lot with Bielitsa. You don't need Kelly O as much. Is he center on both sides?
No, he's power forward on DraftKings too. You can play him at the power forward spot.
I like him better on DK. Man, the FanDuel build is nice though with Bielitsa. I like Bielitsa a lot, but it is risky. Like we say, I mean, it's scary when the dude got no minutes last game basically because he was popping in the projections pretty good, and then I don't know. It's scary, but I think he's a really good three game type play because we've seen it in the past when he gets it going. He could get you 40 tonight at that price point, which is just massive on this slate. And you need the value on top of it. I feel real good about him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to look at the matchup, though. Like, they played Brooklyn. What does Brooklyn do? They play small. They always play small. Like, so Miami starts with a bigger lineup, but they finish with a smaller lineup most of the time. So, like, to me, if Bielitsa is going to play, I'm telling you, you better hope he starts. Because if he doesn't start, I don't know where the minutes come in unless like Whiteside comes in and he plays like trash and they just pull him for Bielitsa.
Whiteside is good. This is the other thing. Like Whiteside hates Miami. I can't imagine not playing Whiteside tonight. Like I literally can't. Like he is going to crush tonight. Yeah. I don't see
4.6.
Like
too cheap.
Miami and him never got along good, even when he was doing good. Yeah. I mean, Whiteside, I can't imagine not playing him tonight. Off his big game, it just makes so much sense.
Guys, 10 minutes to lock. We're sitting here at 343 likes. Come on. Let's get us to 400. Hit the like button. Big T's cores are up. By the way, very easy to get Giannis in with your core. Big T, if you listen to what he's saying and you don't have a Giannis build yet, right there. Van Vliet, Bembry, Siakam, Schroeder, Whiteside. What do you like about Schroeder tonight?
I love Schroeder tonight. He's one of my favorite guys. It comes down to me, like him or Trez. And with the roster construction, I just like him more. I think he's going to get a ton of usage. Brooklyn has no rim protection, which is huge for him. His usage is high. I think he totally crushes, honestly.
We're at 350
I love
likes.
that. I love Schroeder.
You're fading him, Randy? Do it at your own discretion.
Tony hit the best point, which was they have no rim protection. Like Schroeder's gonna go right by defenders and score like a bunch of layups. Like they're going to just give up so many, and he's so good at it too. This is a really good matchup for Schroeder.
He's even a better play on FanDuel too. Like
I think on fantasy, I think I locked him in on FanDuel. I don't normally MME, but I did in that $3 tonight just because it's a short slate and it's easy to maneuver with one game locking in 8 minutes and 2 games at 10. But like, man, he is such a good play on FanDuel. Like, it is hard not to play him on FanDuel.
Right, another guy that I think is just like a total lock on FanDuel is Norman Powell at 5'8". Like, man, he's a good play on there. And Norman Powell gets a nice boost with Lowry being out, even though they don't play the same position. Man, I like the FanDuel build tonight.
Guys, is Corey Joseph not as much in play on DraftKings as opposed to FanDuel?
He's in play on both as one of the better values for sure. I mean, he's going to start. He's going to be popular. I don't think he's got like a crazy high ceiling, but I think his floor is safe on this slate where he just fits the build. Like, I don't even like Corey Joseph that much, but with my builds, he just fits. Like, if he gets me like 23, I'm feeling very, very good about where I'm at.
Guys, no swag if you don't get the 400. Somebody's getting some swag today. We're at 358 likes. We got 7 minutes to lock, and we're probably just going to hang out for a few after lock tonight. So let's get it going. You got both cores right here for free. Our subscribers, guys, in the Discord, I'm going to start hitting your questions first. Make sure we take care of you. We also have questions on the YouTube site that I'll be getting to as well. But yes, right now, you better relax, bro. I'm hooking you up, dude. Let's start with this. DK single entry. Schroeder and Halliburton or Van Vliet and Kojo?
God, I really like Van Vliet and Schroeder, but I'll go with the Schroeder. I'm sorry, the Van Vliet one.
And what about Van Vliet and Bembry or Powell and Bagley on DK?
Van Vliet and Bembry.
Okay. Are you fading ABC with that cord? Chubb wants to know. You fading ABC?
Am I fading ABC with that core? Well,
what in the world is ABC?
I don't know. I just figured I'd say it, and hopefully
it's kind of tough to get him with my core. So,
who is ABC?
Giannis.
Is that his nickname?
I think so.
I mean, I just realized who Time Lord was, so now you're throwing ABC at me. Nate
Time Lord is definitely the worst nickname by far of all nicknames in any sport.
I kind of like it.
It is the worst nickname.
It's not as bad as what his mom called him. She called him Boo Butt. His name was Boo Butt. I'm pretty sure that this is a nicer name than Boo Butt. It's a horrible. What was his mom thinking? I mean, she raised an NBA player though. Kuya, top 3 Lakers besides LeBron and Schroeder. What do you got?
Top 3 besides those two?
Yeah.
I mean, I would rank my Lakers: LeBron, Schroeder, Trez, Caldwell Pope, Caruso would be my top 5 Lakers.
Anything
I want to say something too, real quick about the core. So I talked about this. I've talked about this on a bunch of these shows, but for anyone who's not a subscriber, and when you look at that core, like I play 3 lineups, so I have 3 lineups on here. Like, don't be afraid. In one lineup, you should play all 5 of them. That's what I do. But don't be afraid, like in another lineup, let's say you really want Giannis with those 3 Toronto guys. Like, maybe you have to take one guy that's in the core out to make that work. Don't be afraid to do that. You know what I mean? Because if you're like me and you're building three lineups, the goal isn't like, okay, I need to lock every single guy in my core in. That's not the goal. The goal is to try and get a little bit of exposure to different pieces. So it's not like most nights I don't pick 5 guys and lock them into my 3 or 4 builds and then just take 3 in for 3 out to finish out my lineups. Most lineups I'll kind of rotate. So the guys in my core are the guys that I have the most exposure to. Now, some of them are locked in some nights. Some nights, none of them are locked into all 4 lineups, but they'll be in 3 of 4 or, 2 or 4. You know what I mean? But like that's how I use my core. It's not always all 5 of them are in every single lineup. Like, so if you're making a few lineups, don't be afraid to, not have 1 in, but have 4 in, and, that gets you Giannis, and that gets you Giannis.
I don't think you guys are getting free stuff today. We're at 363. We need to get to 400. We got 3 minutes to lock, and we'll probably hang out another 5 minutes afterwards.
We'll get it.
Let's go. I know you're very confident about this stuff.
Yeah, we'll get it.
You know it. All right, do it for Big T, please. A couple more questions. I want to get at least one more from our Discord guys.
I think a very good build tonight is to play the Toronto stack without Giannis and play LeBron over Giannis.
Wow.
I like it.
That's kind of the builds that I've been doing all year, where it's team stacks instead of game stacks. If Toronto has a big game, all you need is LeBron to outscore Giannis, which everyone that stacks Toronto is going to play Giannis with it. And even me, like, I don't – on DK especially, I mean, it fits nicely to play LeBron with it. And these Toronto guys have such a high, especially Freddie, Pascal, and Powell have just massive floors minutes-wise, to where I really like it. Even with – this is just how it goes. There's only 2 minutes till lock on DraftKings, and – they're saying, where's Big T's core for FanDuel? My core for FanDuel, if you're watching and want my core, the only early guys on FanDuel I'm locking are Van Vliet, Powell, Pascal, the 3 Toronto guys, and Giannis. So I'm not going to play LeBron because I love Pascal and Powell. We only got a minute left, but that's my FanDuel core. I also have Schroeder in there too as my 5th guy. But
real quick,
3 Toronto guys and Giannis, it doesn't matter what else you have because you got till 10 o'clock to fix it. But the 3 Toronto guys, Van Vliet, Powell, Siakam, Giannis is my FanDuel core. DK core, I'm trying to pivot. I don't even know if Giannis isn't in my core, but I want to play. I had Giannis on my team, full disclosure. I'm trying to figure out a pivot to LeBron. There's only a minute left, but this is when I roll. This is when I specialize the last second here.
JSU, Hero or Schroeder? DKGPP, that's from our Discord. Sugar White.
Schroeder.
What do you think of DeAndre Jordan?
I'm not playing DeAndre. I like Whiteside and Trez.
Quick thoughts on Halliburton. DK single entry.
I don't mind him, but I like Hero and Schroeder better.
LeBron and Norm or Giannis and Schroeder?
Oh, that's both are great. Giannis and Schroeder, but that's close.
But the LeBron one's going to be a little lower owned, right?
I don't know.
You're not sure? Okay.
I don't know if that's going to be the case. I mean, might be. I think those 2 guys will be the highest owned studs.
All right. 31 shy of 400. I guess you guys aren't getting anything today. I mean, geez, we're up to lock here and people are already jumping ship. This is when you get the money, people. Just like, yes, this is when you get the money right now. Come on, Ryan Pierce. This is when you get it. You're right. Locked. We are locked, gentlemen. Let's see what we got.
Man, I just did the thing where I hit the enter button and I must have missed it by like a second because I got my old core in there. Damn.
Hey, for you, those of you that are subscribers, the Discord, keep asking your questions in the Discord. Guys are in there to answer it for you. Thank God I checked it like at the last second last night. Who was it that was the late scratch? Draymond.
That was after lock, too.
Yeah, that was after lock.
That was after lock.
No, that broke before lock.
No, that was Holden.
Holden, come on.
That was after
the news came out before lock?
No.
The news came out before lock.
Yeah, no. It was definitely after lock last night.
It was 3 minutes after lock.
Stop, Holden.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, I found the news. It was before then.
No.
I swear to God, it wasn't there. By the time tip off, they were already talking about
No one knew about that before lock. Not even our Discord. I love our Discord. I've given it credit. We didn't know about it in there. No one knew about Draymond.
Till 3 after? That's what you're saying?
I'll bet you a chip on it that no one knew about it.
I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again. All right, DK, you don't like the single entry, Big T, but I'm going to give it to you anyways.
The what?
Right? You don't like the single entry ownership. And will you tell them to hit the like button? They'll listen to you more than me at this point.
You're begging though. It's not a good look when you're begging. You gotta let it matriculate on its own.
I'm not drunk. What are you talking about? I didn't
drunk. Who said drunk?
All of them. I'm tripping.
Chat
the
saying
chat.
he's drunk because of the Draymond thing.
Edibles.
Yeah, I mean, Holden did sound drunk talking about Draymond. I agree.
All right, Van Vliet. Where do you think he's at?
Hope low, because I was basically all in on Van Vliet and Pascal.
I'm praying that he's like.
I mean, he can't be that low with Lowry.
It's going to be like 50.
44.
I'm going to say in single entry. What tournament is this?
Yeah.
What tournament?
It's what is it? The $5. This is the $5 on DK single entry.
The $5.
You want me to get to the bigger one, the 27? Let me get to the 27. 44. Let me get to the 27.
It's 44. I almost said 44 because that was my number.
Yeah, but I actually said 44 and then you ignored it. So I kind of feel like you heard it and then reversed it.
Yeah. Did you say 44?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Norm, what's Norm
like
at?
Instinctually, I had 44.
44 is my no, stop. I really didn't hear it. 44 is my number. Of course I'd think about guessing 44.
What's Norm at, Big T?
I think Norm's going to be a little lower. I mean, full disclosure, this is just how it goes. At the very end, I was going to pivot on my DK team. I'll tell you exactly what I got because this is what we do. We're always with the people. At the last second, I was going to pivot. Hold on, let me pull it up. Tell you, I only got one team on DK, my main team in every tournament, just like I've done. I was going to pivot Giannis and Hero to Norman Powell and LeBron. And I must have hit enter literally as it went to lock, and it didn't get in. So I still have Giannis and Hero in there now. But I think Powell will be lower owned on DK just because
he's 400 more than OG.
Huh?
He's 400 more than OG. Like he's expensive.
Like I think he'll be lower. I think like 23%.
All right, here's the 27 on DK. What's Norm at? You said what?
23%, I think I said.
8.9.
See, that's why I wanted him, though. That's the pivot. I'm telling you right now, I hope this 2v2 doesn't beat me, but I wanted Norm Powell and LeBron over Giannis and Hero. Like, man, I love the LeBron pivot with those Toronto guys. I wish I
did that. I did that.
I really like that build. All you need is LeBron to outscore Giannis in that build. And Norman Powell's going to crush. I love the Toronto guys. I wish I got that. I literally had to click it right as it went to lock. Like it had to be on the dot.
I want to know what Pascal's ownership is on FanDuel. I'm looking at this right now.
Siakam, I got it. What do you want it? Oh, on FanDuel. I got him on DK.
FanDuel.
What do you think he's on DK?
Play on FanDuel, Holden. You don't like FanDuel?
I hate don't get me all started on FanDuel. Second of all, I refuse to ever deposit money back in there again because I haven't had to in a long time. I took all my money and I put it on the Stafford going to the Rams future when Schefter tweeted it out, and I beat the book to that. So I'm not putting any more money in. That's why I don't have to play FanDuel right now.
I mean, you can't just put more in. Like what?
It's principle. It's on principle.
I don't understand. What do you mean? It's principle.
My whole thing was I'd never want to have to deposit into a DFS thing again. Okay, I would never want to have to do that. So
Siakam's 20% on FanDuel.
Oh, I love it. Pascal's so good tonight. 36. So this dude in chat, we always like to interact with the chat on the show.
Okay.
The dude in the chat says, Big T, dummy it down, way too advanced for us gamblers. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I must have said something wrong.
Big T, you're too intellectual. Like you gotta use it up, man.
Gotta be the first time anyone's ever told me that.
It must be the wine. It must be the wine.
They didn't cancel the bet, Landa. They did not cancel the bet. It's still in my thing. They didn't put my money back in.
So what are they waiting for? Like when does it go official?
He's got to take a snap. The bet is, does he take a snap?
You got to wait that long to cash out?
But it's 6x. How do you not put that in there? It's like
they're probably just going to cancel it too, though.
They're not going to cancel. How are they going to cancel?
Times this has happened so many times to me where I make a bet knowing it's a bad line, and they just cancel it. Why can't they cancel it?
They can definitely cancel it.
I have never had them cancel a bet of mine.
They've canceled a ton of my bets.
Well, I'll tell you this much.
This has happened so many times like this, which is the same scenario as you're saying. Like, say LeBron got ruled out right now. Right away, I go in there and bet it. And, like, it's just a bad line. Say it was, like, -8 and it went to +4 or something. We'll just cancel it.
Yeah, fuck that. They better not. I'm going to go off on them. I'm serious.
What was the bet? I wasn't listening to you.
He bet that freaking Stafford would take a snap for the Rams after the trade.
Like a second after. No.
After the trade.
Schefter tweeted it. You think they're going? You think 7 months from now?
How
6
much
months
did you
from
bet
now?
on it? It depends on the amount. Like,
I think I only had 600. I only had like 600 left in there.
$600?
Yeah, because I did pull out after NFL season.
Always good to pull out, but
it's not anymore. Not after a vasectomy.
No,
it never makes sense.
I don't even remember the last time that I did do that. Like, that's
pulled
not
out?
fun.
No. Well, I mean,
what are the chances Butler is rolled? So the dude in the chat says, "What are the chances Butler is rolled out at 9? Why would Butler get rolled out?"
I don't know. Maybe he's just
maybe because it's on a back-to-back, and they're thinking like maybe they'll rule someone out.
I hope not.
Could happen. Anything could happen. It's a weird slate when you got it.
That's why we talk about sometimes, if you have multiple lineups, backloading one lineup, and leaving a bunch of spots or leaving a bunch of spots open, only filling like 1 or 2 spots and backloading. You never know what news is going to break. I know Tony's been on the, who knows, maybe one late game. You never know what happens with one of those late games.
Never know.
Multiple guys might get scratched. You know what I mean? Like, game might get canceled. We've already seen it happen once. Like, you never know.
I mean, now Holden's been talking about this. I'm offended because I thought we'd get to 400 likes. We're only at 382. That's only 18 likes. If we get to 400, I'm giving 2 pieces of gear today.
I got to leave in 3 minutes.
Holden, we can do it. I don't know who's still in there. I mean, we only got – the problem is right now we got 383 likes. We only got 377 watching, so we're up against it a little bit.
We're done. And I got 3 minutes till my 6-year-old's birthday party.
Oh, here we go again with Holden trying to get off early again with using the kid. I got 3 kids in there watching whatever they're watching. Pinocchio.
You get to see them every day. You get to see them every day. I see mine 3 days a week.
Holden, sign off. Me and JSU will bring it home.
Yeah, you should stay on.
Sign off. We'll bring it home.
Hold on. I got to read.
Yeah, we'll bring it home.
Get out of here.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to talk up
400. Let's go, chat. We're giving away.
Talk up the Big T heater. Big T's on a heater.
6-year-old's birthday.
I refuse to. I have to read this. Don't. How dare you besmirch my daughter's 6-year-old birthday party?
We need a good host. Get on here,
man. Man, where's Mangone? Send Mangone the link right now.
God.
Fuck you, JSU. That is so mean.
Let's go. 5 more likes, chat. 2 pieces of gear.
I'm not leaving till give me the damn likes.
2 pieces of gear.
Let's go. 2 gear pieces.
There we are.
Home.
Hold on. Let me get on YouTube. Hold on. Let me get on YouTube and give it a like. I haven't had a chance to do that. So then we'll get to 396.
There we are. 400. Let's go.
Yes.
Dislikes. We got.
Who cares about the dislikes?
Jumping
All right, boys. You guys are going to stay on. Big T, thanks for hopping on and getting sauced.
You go to the birthday party.
Love it. Love it. I'm going to be a merman. I'm going to be a merman. It's going to be awesome. And
what do you mean you're going to be a merman? Hold on.
Yeah, I got to dress up like a merman.
What does that even mean?
Like a dude with a tail,
I don't know.
with
Can
big
you go
chest.
put it on and let us see what it looks like?
No.
I want to see what I'm
I took my shirt off one time in the show. That's all you're getting. I'm not coming back on dressed as a merman. I gotta go to a place called Flower Power.
Talks like the people should hear when he says.
Yeah, they should. We got to get him on the air. All right, let me get out of here, guys. Good luck today.
We got
have a great haircut with the Manscaped thing, JSU. Really good. I like how you're using the razor. And
where's Mangone? Get Mangone on here.
Oh my God, I hate you.
We need a real host.
If we could get Mangone on right now, it would be perfect. Where are you at, Mangone? Get on here.
Is he even watching, man?
God, it would be so good if we can get him on here right now. I'm sending him a message right now.
All right. So Tony, what are we doing here? We got to pick 2 people for some gear.
Yeah, we're giving 2 pieces. I seen one that I want to find this one I liked earlier. There was a real good one earlier. Let me see what we got.
Yeah, Landon, no man gone. He must not be paying attention right now. He must be sleeping or something. He must have fell asleep right after lock. God,
People
I
always
take
want the
everything I said
sweatshirts.
back.
Guys, I don't have the sweatshirts. I wish I could give the sweatshirts. I don't have them. The only people that got the sweatshirts are the ones that got in on that initial order. We got to order some more sweatshirts. The only thing we got, T-shirts like this and hats. That's all we got right now. But we're going to do another big order soon.
I will say the sweatshirts are
Tail
really
block
nice.
just said on. Tail block just said Big T is blasted. I mean, Big T's feeling good, no doubt about it. It's JSU's fault for giving me the wine.
Big T's definitely wasted.
I still gave winners.
Yeah, hey, that's nothing.
I wish I could have got that
though.
pivot in though. That pivot.
I was just gonna say nothing worse than when you're going up to lock and you just miss hitting that button to get your pivot in. I mean, just absolutely nothing worse.
We need to find these. I want to find this one message. There was one message that was real strong early on.
These polos, I don't think we have any of these polos, right, Tony?
We got the T-shirts and we need the polos are nice though, and that's not even.
Yeah, they are.
You got the other one too, the Nike one, right? They're Nike, right?
Yeah, that's the one I have.
That one's not the Nike one.
I think it is.
No, that's the basic one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I know because the Nike one just says Run Pure. That one says Run Pure Sports.
Oh, okay. Well,
they're both nice though. I like both of them, but yeah, let me see here. We're gonna get a different order though. Let's see. Man, I like that Kaona's. We're gonna give 1 piece of gear for sure to Kaona's dad. He's got a bunch of messages in here. I can't find the one. I know he wrote a good one earlier though. So Kaona's dad, you are definitely one of the winners, and JSU is going to pick the second winner.
Oh, I get to pick the second winner?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm Optimist Time. Basic BH JSU. Okay.
I like that.
Nice.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that message?
Just because you liked it, I was gonna pick him too, but just because you like it, I gotta find
Brandon Moore. Hold on a second. Brandon Moore is watching Discord tilting fun while hammering. No, tilting in Discord is never fun, ever. Even when drunk, it ruins your buzz. It's never good in there. Can't tilt.
I will say too,
Macho Guzman.
The worst thing about Discord is when people are tilting. I will. Big T knows this for a fact. If you guys are subscribers too, I would get in there and answer every single question I see. Big T, tell me if I'm lying. Stop me here. I would answer every single question, and I wouldn't stop. If the questions kept going, I literally wouldn't stop until they stopped.
That's the service you get, though. You can ask a question to the number one player in the world. Ask him any question, and he'll just answer you in the Discord.
If there wasn't tilt, though, like last night, I was answering questions, and then all of a sudden there was just tilt left, right, and I'm like, all right, I got to go take a break. Like, can't do it. Came back in a little later.
It's miserable. Like, they were tilting Campazzo in the first quarter the other night, on the night where started. Like, and then he got 30. The part that makes me the most mad, if you're going to tilt, you can't come back later in the night and, like, celebrate when they crush. You should have to give your money back.
I'm getting a lot of. I look like Khabib. This is, we
know this. That. You do look like Khabib.
We know this. Yeah,
you don't fight like Khabib though.
You've never seen me fight.
I mean, I'd love to find out.
I will knock your. I will knock your big butt out. Oh God, just put me in the ring with Big T. Just wait.
God,
wait, is this man going? All right, I'm gonna.
Is he in there? Yes. We got a real host.
Time out before you two talk. Matthew Cohen says JSU sitting on a bunch of textbooks. LOL. Dude is 5'2". You get some gear, my man. Matthew Cohen.
Don't bury the lead. We got Mangone. We got a real host. Holden's got to go to a birthday party. We had to bring in a better host and a guy that keeps winning tournaments. Woo!
So I was Big T. I was sitting there and I saw the chat was going nuts. I'm literally in the middle of cooking. I'm making burgers, and I saw I got to come in the chat and talk. And I heard you guys talking about the Discord. So like everyone saw me last night. Like I told people to shut the fuck up in the chat because I was just so tilted because the problem I have with this, and like I don't think people get it. There's a time and place for everything, right, Tony? There's a time and place for the bench. There's a time and place to go out to dinner with the lady. There's a time and place to hang with your boys. There's a time and place to tilt. There's a time and place to answer questions. I don't want tilting in the Discord chat at 7:58 when there's games locking at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like, that's my big thing that I've been like all about. Like, if you want to tilt at 9:30, like let's say Chris Middleton, right? He had a bad night the other night. It's 10 o'clock. The games have all locked. Yeah. Tilt Chris Middleton all night long, right? But like in the moment, it does not help. It does not make it productive. You're hurting someone else to have their question not answered.
I agree. I mean, if you want to tilt, do it when the slate's over. Always.
Yeah.
We got to acknowledge this. I mean, we got to give William Bernice, JSU shaved his muff diving stash. I mean, that is good stuff. Yeah, that's the did you shave?
I will say, William gets on my beard a lot. William, what's up, man? Are you just not a fan? Like, I'm gonna have to get the cut for the girl and William. Like, come on, man.
How do we get Mangone on this show instead of Holden? Like, man, that was so good when you said that the other day. How Mangone is a better host.
You know, he DM'd me after that. He DM'd me. he was laughing. He was so mad though. I could tell he was tilted. He liked that though.
That's the honest truth too. When Tuesday comes, I know every Tuesday I got Mangone with me, JT Hayes with me. I look forward to seeing Mangone's mug on that Tuesday show.
I look forward to seeing Big T. You know why? Because I'm like changing it up. I'm playing these GPP guys. Like Big T, if I told you I faded Chris Middleton in cash games today on FanDuel, you would say you would not believe it, right?
No, I would believe it because you've been milling some better tournament teams.
Yo, you guys.
I'm out on Norman Powell. I mean, I'm out on Middleton. I'm definitely in on Norman Powell today.
You guys need to go in the Discord and look at what the 30K shipper, our boy, posted in the Discord.
It does.
Oh, God.
You do look like Habib, though.
That's
the truth.
You literally look so much like it.
Just an FYI for people, I might be a little more shredded than that. Just saying.
Discord.
Come on. I mean, come on.
Just an FYI.
Real quick, JSU. I mean, Big T's out here on Twitter saying the best GPP player in the world. Now you're saying you're more shredded than Khabib. I mean,
I take it back now. Like that. I was on board until he started saying that.
Listen, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that.
People love it. Why do people? I must suck on normal shows because whenever I drink, like people just love it. Like people are loving it in the chat. Big T needs to drink white wine every show. Well, I mean, people. Why? I must just suck on normal shows.
No, see, if you guys didn't watch during football season, every Friday, me, Big T, and Uncle Dunkle would do the
Steve Anthony
show. And Steve Anthony, we got to throw Steve in there because he was a loyal listener, never missed. And Big T would literally drink wine the entire show. Some shows he'd come in and say, I'm already on my second bottle. Like, so it was the best show ever, though. And if you guys watched it, you'll know. You'll say it in the chat. And if you weren't a member, that's what you missed on Friday nights. Whatever you were doing on Friday night could not have been better than watching this dude sit there drinking wine, talking about football, and me making fun of him while he's doing it. It was great. And Dunkel was just the man. Obviously, Dunkel was just always in the one hole, just an absolute stud. Mangone, you know this. Dunkel's a stud, right? Absolute stud.
Dunkel's the man. I mean, dude, I'll say this. With him in Nashville was amazing. The night where he got really drunk, it was so good. Like, I just remember him staring at me from across the bar, and he's like, it's like, Mangone, shots? And I'm like, dude, we did one 2 minutes ago. Like, literally, I went and took a piss. I came back, and he asked me to do shots again. I was like, there's something going on there with you, Dunkel. Like, he was gone for sure. When you're asking to do shots 2 minutes later, it's going to be a tough scene by the end of the night.
I tell that story, too, when I was in the pisser. when he came in and peed next to me, and he's like, "We need to do a shot." He's like looking over at the hosel. I'm like, "Easy now, Dunkel. We can do it when we get back out to the bar. We don't need to do it in the can."
Oh, Dunkel. I love that guy. Nothing's better though than the story of you guys in the bathroom together during that Super Bowl. And Big T had to be tilted at that point too, because that was towards the end of the night, right, Big T? Like that was towards the end of your night.
I was never tilted that day. Contrary to popular belief, I don't think I ever got tilted.
After the game, he was a little tilted.
I was so.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Did you went to that diner I was at before?
Yeah.
I think after. He definitely went and got food after. You were at the same diner.
I was with them. What do you mean?
I wasn't
there.
tilted.
I was at the diner.
Yeah, I wasn't tilted though. I lost $100K in one day and wasn't tilted. I mean, I wasn't like happy. I wasn't like excited to lose $100K, but I wasn't tilted.
Excited.
I don't think anyone's ever excited to lose $100K.
Here, we got an actual question for DFS. Derek wants to know Kyrie and Bagley or LeBron and Precious. Ooh, that's a good one.
Kyrie and who?
Bagley.
I mean, definitely Kyrie and Bagley
is better, right? That's a better one. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
So can
another one?
Can I mention
LeBron is better than both those other guys, but Precious, like, dude could play 12 minutes. Like he might play less, but yeah, he could play 17 and get you 20. And who knows? He's an interesting guy. Like if you're making a ton of lineups to sprinkle in there, but like if that's your main lineup, that's definitely Kyrie and Bagley. Not even close.
Yeah, can I ask you guys like a wonky question of like a dude like this is a ridiculous guy like to consider, but did you guys at all consider? In a Stars and Scrubs lineup, did you at all consider Jabari Parker? Because he got up after the game and took.
I didn't even know he was in the league.
First of all, he
plays for the Kings.
I've never considered using the word wonky in my life.
He's a wonky player. I don't know.
I never even considered it until you used it on a show today. I don't know about that.
Does Jabari Parker seriously play for the Kings?
He plays for he doesn't play though. He has not really played, but they're getting shorthanded. So like again, it's a 3-game slate. Like we're trying to like think outside the box a little bit. Like
play.
He got up shots the other day, right? Like after the game, like everyone like left and like he was the only dude out there shooting. So I don't know. There's like some quotes I found. Like I like to dig for some stats.
He hasn't played all season.
He hasn't played. I know.
He's not gonna play.
I know, but I'm just asking.
They're gonna play. I talked. Miami plays small a lot, so they're gonna play guys like Daquan Jeffries and Robinson and Bielitsa, if anyone, not Jabari Parker.
Oh, I think you're right, but I'm just looking for stuff. My favorite was the other day. Everyone's telling me Chioza was in the G League, and that dude was freaking in the game and played. Like, I'm not saying I was playing him, but like, I would not be shocked if he got some minutes. This is Luke Walton. Luke Walton does the stupidest stuff in the world, always, all the time. And again, we're trying to ship these late stuff, guys. We are trying to ship them, right? I'm just looking for ideas and ways to get super different and unique with your lineups. That's all. So, but
I mean, that is definitely unique and different, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm probably not going to do it, right? Again, I'm looking for things, right? I'm always got to look for the ways to kind of hit those final things.
We got another question in the chat that thank God it's not Jabari Parker. I might have to just close.
Hey, I'm just trying to find. I'm trying to find the gem, man. I hope it's one we can get for the people.
Precious Achua is a better play than Jabari Parker.
He is for sure. He's definitely a better play.
So Dylan Smith wants to know if I'm running a LeBron Schroeder lineup, who's the best run back? And Dylan, in my opinion, Kyrie at 8.9K on DraftKings. I'll take the $1,600 or $1,700 savings from Harden, and he would be the guy that I would play if I was doing that and I wanted a Brooklyn run back. Do you guys have, Tony, do you have a preference on a Brooklyn guy?
Tony said he went to go. Tony went to go take a piss. I don't know if he's.
I had to pee so bad. Like that's just the truth. I thought we were gonna get off, and then Mango came on, got me excited.
By the way, Simon said he's got to go in 4 minutes. Just so
Simon's gonna be like Holden. Oh no, Simon. Oh.
So give us an answer before
what's the
before we
question?
have to depart. It was if you're playing multiple Lakers and you want a run back from Brooklyn, who would it be if you had to pick one run back? Any run back?
If I had to pick a stud, it'd be Kyrie, just because of the rivalry or whatever you want to call it with LeBron. But I got a sneaky Brooklyn guy that I don't think will be owned at all on a 3-game slate. Jeff Green looked good the other night. Played 25 minutes is all, but had 35 fantasy points. No one's going to play Jeff Green. He's got history with LeBron too, obviously, those Cleveland runs. I'm not going to play him a ton, just full disclosure, but I think he is very, very sneaky play tonight. I don't think he's going to be owned on a 3-game slate, and I think Jeff Green is a great tournament play.
Tony, you play him in like more of like the small ball lineups, right? Like if you're looking for like to kind of get some exposure to the other side, you want to think of, hey, he's going to be in the small ball scenario. It's like, I guess it's a leverage off of like a DeAndre Jordan too, right? Like both DeAndre Jordan and Jeff Green are probably not going to crush together in this scenario. So I like that call.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that if Jeff Green's corner 3 is working, it's
you're making fun of Jeff Green?
Oh God, I hate Jeff Green. But no, I think that your call on him, no one's going to play him, and he does have the chance to score 30.
So. I just hate DeAndre Jordan and Marc Gasol. Like,
I can't play
them
DeAndre
off the
Jordan
floor.
Just
get both of them off the floor.
The good thing is Jeff Green should play like when Trez is in the game. It would make sense when they play Trez, like to have Jeff Green in there. Like that would make the most sense. They don't have a backup center. They waived the only backup center they had, so they play small pretty much all the time that DeAndre's not on the floor. And I would assume that DeAndre's minutes would be paired with Gasol's, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. What let me do this. Like we got to get one final question for the people. So I'll see in the chat if there's one final question. But we got to leave by 8. And as the best host, as you guys say, I got to close the show for us, right? And bring it home. So let's see. We got apparently Steve Anthony said Giannis is doinking free throws, so that's always good.
I mean, that's just a day ending in Y though. Like that's what happens.
Oh yeah. You definitely love to see that. Are you guys doing the questions in the Discord chat, JSU?
Wherever they come from.
Wherever
I'm trying to pull a premium one up. I'm trying to be a man of the people.
Jay MVP in our NBA. If you guys are watching this and you're not a member, like the NBA chat, all our Discord chat is just the best part of the product because it goes all day. But Jay MVP says Shamrock good play for large field. Yeah, I mean he plays with Kyrie and Harden, gets open looks. I don't love him, but yeah, I mean if he hits his shots, he could easily. One of these crappy value guys is going to win it tonight, and it's just a matter of which one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Jason, you got anything else to say here?
Yeah, no, I thought that was a pretty good point made by Big T, where it's like. One of these value guys is going to help bring it home for a LeBron or Giannis lineup, maybe both of them in the same line. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? But like, I think one of these value plays definitely crushes. It could be a guy like Shamrock who they've been given more and more minutes to, and he's looked better, at least shooting wise. I mean, he's a straight shooter, right? He's not doing much else, especially when Harden and Kyrie are playing, in the same game. So, you need him to hit a bunch of outside looks, but if he's hitting, I mean, could end up being a good play.
Yeah, well, that'll wrap it up for us, guys. Thanks a lot for joining the Final Countdown show. If you haven't signed up yet, you get this show for premium every day. And then tomorrow, you will probably catch, I believe, on Fridays, it's typically JSU, Big T, and Hoop back at it over here at 4:45. So you get that, and then you get JSU for the premium. But thanks a lot for joining us. For Holden, for me, for JSU and Big T. See you guys later.